If you are buying here and we get a pop and you make $2, you better take it. Oh, we're going to the moon. I'm going to be rich. Buy me a Lamborghini. And then next thing you know, boom, you're losing $1 and you're asking your mama for the rent. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Or you're trying to explain to your wife how you can't pay the damn mortgage. We are going to go over some trades that were done using the Ticker Z scan, my proprietary scanner that is available for download. It's in beta, so go ahead and download it for free. You can use it free of charge. I'm not going to charge anything for it while it's in beta, so go ahead and use it. Make your money while you can. Okay, so we're going to go over GCTK. GCTK, this showed up. You know, I start the stream at 7 o'clock, and GCTK showed up. Now, we had here earlier in the morning, blah, 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 like around here, around 4 o'clock, we started running up. And then right around here, it was at 6:40. I don't even think I had the computer on. I think I turned it on and went to go get some coffee. But I was waiting for 7 o'clock news, and I was getting ready to start the stream. I was working on a few things for the scanner, that refactoring the code. But then, well, right here, we've got the low float gainers and we got top traded. Now, on the live stream, you'll notice that I'm using TradingView charts, and I'm not going to use them anymore. I'm done with it. I missed a pretty decent trade because I was on the TradingView charts, and then I have to click on the TradingView charts, and I got to click on my level 2 right here. Then I got to take my trades because I'm using IBKR Pro. I'm using Interactive Brokers. This is Trader Workstation, and I'm just going to stream with my IBKR Interactive Brokers account. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on. For the live stream, you're going to see my charts, and you're going to see the level 2 quote. The one thing I don't like about IBKR is when you jump over here to a 15-second, it just takes time for it to load, and it's only with the 15-second. See, it loaded. Now with the 30-second, it loads pretty quickly, but 15-second doesn't load that quick, and that's why I just didn't like it. But, you know, is what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and stream with Interactive Brokers. But let me go over a trade that was made before I started the stream, and that was GCTK. GCTK was a decent trade. Right here, we had a run up. It was trading above the session VWAP. The yellow line's above the session VWAP. We got some good volume that came on in. We broke this area right here, that high. We broke that high. I was thinking we could probably run up to 11.5. We did run up to 11.5 here, and I'm thinking, okay, we had some nice volume coming in. The MACD's open, so the MACD's opening up. That's really good. We had a micro pullback on the 32nd. And then right here, I went in on a 2-bar break, so I got in on the break of this bar right here. I got in on break of that bar, and I added to the trade once we broke that. So now my dollar cost average is right around here, around 11.40. So let me get this out of the way. Okay. So then as we broke, I did a starter position. We broke, and I added to the trade. And once we popped up, cost average around 11.40, I think. 11, I'm not sure. We popped up to 12, got 50 cents, took half off. Then I'm like, okay, let's go ahead. We got another micro pullback. All right. So now we're going to pop even more. I'm going to add to even more. And then all of a sudden, boom, we started trading back down. So I started scaling out. And then we didn't get back to my break even. But as you can see here, we just traded sideways. That was GCTKR. That was the first trade before I even started the stream, because right here, I got in, right here, I got in. We broke the 2-bar break right there. We broke the high right there. I got in. It was 6.55, and then I took some profits, and boom, got out, started the stream. And then I think in the stream, I was in the middle of a trade. I'm not sure. It might have been HSDT. I started the stream with OBS, and then I was like, okay, We got to start the stream. We're trading. We got to start the stream. Let me get rid of this right here. Remove drawings. Now, IBKR and Trader Workstation. I think it has another platform, but I like Trader Workstation because I trade on the Mac. Trader Workstation works on the Mac. That's why I'm hesitant to go to like Lightspeed or Cobra Trading or use the DAS Trader Pro or Sterling Silver because I got to use Windows, and then I would have to use my parallels and everything. But this is why I'm trading with Interactive Brokers. So GCTK was good. HSDT was a good trade. Let me switch over. HSDT, I think that was at 711. HSDT 703. I took a loser. I did take a loser. That was 30-second loser. Yeah. Yeah, it was a loser. And then we had a winner. Let me move over here. I think it was around 703. It was right around in here. The VWAP had opened up, and I was thinking, okay, I had this little hammer here, so I'm thinking, okay, we can trade above the VWAP, which we got above the VWAP. We closed above the VWAP, so I went on. I went on in right here on the break of that bar. Then all of a sudden, boom, it was a winner. 1376 all the way up to 1430, and then all of a sudden, boom, came right back down. Took a loser right there. Cut it, and I'm glad because we came down here. That would have been a bad loss. That would have been like a $2 loss. You want to add, okay, the GCTK, as you noticed, it broke at starter position. It broke the high of the other candle, so I added to it. You want to add to your winners and cut your losses. Cut your losses quickly. That's what I did. I went in. It didn't work. Went in. Boom. I was thinking, great, we're going to get to 15, and I'm going to make me like a nice dollar move and book a couple $1,000 profits. But then again, boom, got stopped out. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. And the reason it's not a problem, because we pulled back up, we reclaimed the VWAP, we put in an inside bar right here. It didn't break the high, didn't break the low. So I'm thinking, okay, let's try this again. Why not? So I got in here. We popped up. Couldn't get to 15, but we popped up above here. Guess what I did? Got scared and I sold for a small profit. So then we pulled back again, and then we had a nice big green candle right there, and then all of a sudden we stalled out, and then I got out. So then we had another micro pullback here, and I was thinking, okay, I had a loser, I had a winner. I was kind of break even. GCTK, I was still green for the day. But then I got to thinking, okay, as we pulled back, and all this is on the live stream, we got a 2-bar break right here. So this is what you want to do. You had a micro pullback. It didn't trade below the low. This candle right here did not trade below the low. The volume is kind of mid, kind of eh. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, 2-bar break right here, 2-bar break. Boom, you can get in there. It pops and it starts consolidating, and you get out right here. You look at the level 2 and you're like, okay, it's drying up. You want to get out. That right there makes you a nice dollar move. Okay, all that with HSDT. You can look at the live stream. That's all on the live stream. That's a nice trade. HSDT it was around 711. Not the store 711, but the time 711 right there. Boom, got yourself a dollar. Nice little trade. And you never want to overstay your welcome. Want to know why? Because if you overstay your welcome, you're going to start coming right back down and you end up with a loser or a break even. So I think, what was it? I had a winner, I had a loser, and I had a winner. Okay, win, lose, win. Great. We're still green for the day. So HSDT. Now, We had SABS. Now, 7-Eleven, that was the last trade we did. I believe that was the last trade we did. It's on the live stream. I watched the live stream. Now, SABS we traded as well. SABS right here. SABS we traded. As you can see, this is why you don't overstay your welcome. Come over here. We had a nice pop. Guess what? You do not want to overstay your welcome. If you are buying here and we get a pop, and you make $2, you better take it. Oh, we're going to the moon. I'm going to be rich. Buy me a Lamborghini. And then next thing you know, boom, you're losing $1 and you're asking your mama for the rent. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Or you're trying to explain to your wife how you can't pay the damn mortgage. You don't want to do that. No, no, no. What you want to do, don't worry about no damn Lamborghini. We don't care about no Lamborghinis on this channel. Lamborghinis are for them smart money ICT traders that they rent along with the rentals of the big fancy houses they buy. No, no, no. I don't drive no fancy Lamborghini. I drive me a nice Ford F-150 Tremor truck. Yeah, it's a kind of an expensive truck, a little high dollar redneck truck, but hey, that's what I got. Right here. Right here. This is what you got. You got yourself a pop. Showed up. Right here on the scanner that you can download for free while it's in beta. This is how you want to play it. You got yourself a pop. You got yourself a little micro pullback. MACD is open. The volume. Not so much high volume on that sell-off. So what you want to do is go in on the break of that. And as we broke, this is all in the live stream, as we broke, what you want to do is you popped up. You want to sell into these pops as we broke, because if you look at this, boom, we're breaking the high overnight highs. Once you pop that, you want to be selling into the pops. So what we did was sell some into here because we're getting into the halt level. In the pre-market, you ain't got to worry about halts. Now, when the market's open, you got to worry about these halts. And the worst thing you want to do is be holding into a losing trade, hoping that it's going to come back, and all of a sudden it gets halted, and then you're crying the blues. Because normally when they halt up, they go higher. When they halt down, they go lower. Before you know it, you'll be asking your mama for another rent payment. You don't want to be doing that. So what we do is it pops. You want to sell some, sell 25%, sell 50%, sell all of it. I don't care. But you got yourself a green trade because of the scanner. You got yourself a green trade. Be happy. Take a little bit off the table. And we get halted. And I'm looking at the level 2. And I noticed that we're going to open up. So we get halted because it ran up. We got about 5 minutes, about, 9:39. We open back up at 9:44. So we got about 5 minutes that we can just sit there, go get some more coffee. When it opened up, boom, it opened up. You want to sell a little bit, take a little bit more profit. As it popped and it broke that, I did not add to it. Maybe I should have, but I didn't, because when it popped, guess what I did? I sold some more because we had a little consolidation. We were coming back down. So you want to sell up in this area. And the reason you want to sell up in that area is because you got yourself a nice run. Are you going to get in here and then sell right here and make yourself $1.50? Probably not. But what you're going to do is you're going to sell a little bit, make yourself maybe 25 cents here. It gets halted, and make yourself another 25 cents. Maybe make yourself 50 cents. Get in on 1,000 shares. Make yourself $500, and you're done for the day. Now you can pay your rent. Well, if it's $500, I don't know. But maybe you can pay part of your rent. At least you ain't got to ask your mama for rent. But then what you want to do is make sure you don't overstay your welcome, because if it's grinding down, yeah, we had a little pullback. I didn't get into this pop, because here's the thing. When you get a pop, you make a little money here and you make a little money there, you be done. Walk away from the trade. You don't be sitting there double, tripping, dipping on these things. You don't want to do that. No double, tripping, dipping. We don't do that here. And then sure enough, boom, we got a sell off here. And we got another big sell off here. You don't want to be double, tripping, dipping on these things. Look at that sell off. And look what we did. We got a halt level. Boom, we got a halt level. All of a sudden opened up, and then sure enough, we sold back off again. Right here. Sold back off some more. What you got? What you got? You got a little pop. Just selling off. That's all it's doing. So this is what we want to trade. We want to trade the front side of the MACD, as Ross Cameron says. You want to trade while the MACD is running up and get yourself a little micro pullbacks. Bam. This is the backside. This is what Ross Cameron talks about. Ross Cameron, the go-to man for scalping. Of course, he likes scalping pre-market, and so do I. I make most of my money on pre-market, but when I saw this bad boy, I just had to get in on some. So right here, here's the backside. You don't want to be trading that because look at that. That's a big old 2-minute sell-off. This right here, when you're buying up in here, thinking you're going to get yourself a Lamborghini, and next thing you know, you selling down in here, crying the blues, asking your mama for some rent money. No, that's not good. But hey, that's all we got. Now I'm going to be trading again early morning. I get up at 6 o'clock. I get my coffee going. I start the live stream at 7. So if you want to trade with me, yeah, come on in at 7. Talk to you later. Make sure you download the scanner. It's free. It's in beta. Later.